In the wake of the May 29 elections, South Africa finds itself in a political deadlock, with the ANC and DA locked in a fierce struggle for power. This isn't just a fight for positions, but a battle that could shape the nation's future. So what happens when no party wins outright and the government of national unity faces collapse? Stay tuned as we dive deep into the turmoil and uncover what's next for South Africa. Welcome back to Inkari, It's Time. I'm Kondos, your host, and today we are unraveling the political chaos that has occurred after South Africa's recent elections. With no clear winner, the ANC and DA are at each other's throats, and the nation's governance hangs in the balance. Let's break down what happened so far and what it means for the future of our country.
The only definite no we are saying is that we will not let South Africa fall under a coalition of the ANC, MK, and the EFF. We love our country too much. We told everybody we're here to rescue South Africa, and we'll look at the very best option of coalitions available that enables us to do that.
The election result and immediate fallout. On May 29th, the election result revealed no outright winner. The ANC, in a bid to form a government, reached out to various political parties. Their first approach was to the EFF and MK party, but the demands from these parties were deemed unacceptable by the ANC. So we were told by the ANC. Formation of the Government of National Unity. The ANC then turned to the DA, IFP, PA, and Good parties. The statement of intent to participate in the Government of National Unity was signed on June 14, 2024. Contentious demands and rising tensions. Freedom Front Plus demanded official recognition of Orania, while the DA put forth extensive demands, including over 10 ministerial positions. The ANC is now struggling with these demands, and although key government positions like the President, Speaker, and Deputy Speaker have been filled, the cabinet remains in limbo. Constitutional and political implications. Political experts and commentators highlight that the President has the prerogative to form a cabinet without GNU member involvement, as per the Constitution. However, Helen Zille argues that the signed statement of intent on June 14th complicates this scenario, potentially limiting the President's power. The voters' dilemma. As political parties fight for control, the real losers are the voters, whose needs and voices seem forgotten in this power struggle. The DA threatens to pull out of the GNU, which might open the door for the EFF to join, further complicating the political landscape.
Hello?
Andre, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
You're speaking to Loreto, calling from the Star newspaper.
Loreto?
Yes.
Yes, Loreto, what can I do for you?
Andre, I'm calling about an email that was sent to us by a woman who says you refused to take her booking because she was black. So we're just checking up to make sure that's true.
Yes, it's absolutely correct.
Could you explain to us why, Andre?
Well, the email came to you with email address where it's from below, signed off by NK Andre and Clay.
Yes.
And below that there are some links.
To your blog, yes.
There's a book download which will explain everything.
I've read through your blog. It speaks highly of religious stuff, but it doesn't mention anything about blackness.
No, the book will explain everything. You cannot speak to me until you've read the book.
Andre, do you understand that it's unconstitutional to not allow someone to stay at your place because of their race?
Well, according to your constitution, perhaps yes, but we work according to God's law, and according to God's law, we have to have some sort of segregation between the creation that He left here.
Yes, but you live in South Africa, and in South Africa we work with South Africa's law and not just God's law.
Yes, but the law that you have in South Africa is Satan's law.
Andre, do you know that legal action could be taken against you for not allowing black people to come stay at your guest house?
Well, we're actually waiting to get into court because we have to take the case. So if that's the case, then you'll help us a hell of a lot.
Are you willing to take upon any repercussions that come on you and your space because of what you are saying and doing?
Yes, but you must do it fairly.
And what is fair to you?
What is fair that you read what we have to say.
Your book.
Yeah.
30 years since independence, black South Africans are still not going anywhere. The economic power continues to rest in the hands of the white people. And so what you saw during this election is a referendum on how ANC has performed to date. Something has got to give. I've often said, if the situation in South Africa is not equalized, there's going to be a more serious revolution taking place in South Africa. So those results are a warning to ANC to say, you better shape up. So I'm hoping that they can come up with a government of unity that includes MK and EFF, and definitely not DA. Because if they do include DA in that government of national unity, that would be their demise. South Africa must equalize the playing field. It's a warning to ANC that something needs to give. The people are demanding results. The people are demanding change. The people know better. The people know a country like South Africa has enough riches to make sure that everybody who lives in South Africa is comfortable. And so it should be a warning to other leaders as well that you must take care of your people. We have enough resources in Africa. We are quite capable of taking care of our people. Let's manage our natural resources effectively, and let's first and foremost look out for our citizens.
Look, let's give a historical context and perspective. The Russian Revolution, which occurred on October 1917, was preceded by what was called a provisional government of elements which are like Cyril Ramaphosa and Fikile Mbalula, opportunists and careerist elements, who at the beginning of 1917 led what was called a provisional government, misleading workers that it was a genuine, true outcome of the struggles of workers, only to be repudiated by Lenin when he said this is not a government that all of us have been fighting for. And a real struggle started, which resulted in the Bolshevik October Revolution, which installed the proper revolutionary government of the people. Likewise, fast forward in 2024, Ramaphosa is presiding over a falsehood of what he refers to as a government of national unity. In fact, it must be rejected as the EFF has done, because this is the stage of the highest form where both the ANC and the DA and all right-wing formations have reached a point where they are now making official the fat and set arrangement that they've been having since 1994. Now they want to bring it out to the public for everyone to see, making everyone to buy into it. And the EFF says this constitutes nothing different from what we had in 1994, and we're rejecting it. And the EFF is not prepared to enter into any arrangement which continues to mislead our people, making them to believe that out of this arrangement, true and genuine freedom and liberty shall be brought. The struggle for African revolution led by the EFF is in full swing, and it shall result into a genuine freedom for our people.
Yeah. Oh, the DA, in order to sweeten the deal for the ANC, they had to agree to protect Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa needed to be protected from two things. He needed to be protected from the Phala issue, which is up and running. And the specific thing he needs to be protected from is a full impeachment process, which means that there must be an investigation similar to that of Mkhwebane. So what the ANC did, it preempted the investigation last year. So the question on the table now is whether the DA is going to preempt the investigation or allow the investigation to run. And then even if the facts are against Cyril, protect him and insist that he must continue in office. So that is the moral dilemma that the DA is in, and it's a very serious one. The second one, which Mavuso Msimang actually explained quite clearly, was the incompetence of Cyril Ramaphosa. Cyril Ramaphosa has performed worse than Zuma, and in my judgment, he's been the worst president in terms of performance since 1960 at least. So, and he needed to be removed from office from that. So the MK party and the EFF wanted him removed. So the DA put in a very nice sweetener of allowing him to stay and being his political bodyguard. And I suppose that was very sweet in the ear to the ears of the ANC cadres.
In conclusion, South Africa is at a political crossroads, with the ANC facing intense pressure from all sides. The power struggle between the ANC and DA has left the nation without a functioning cabinet, and the voters are left wondering who will truly represent their interests. What should the ANC do to navigate this treacherous terrain? Should they concede to the demands of the DA, risking internal stability? Or should they forge a new path, perhaps even opening the door to the EFF and MK party? The answers aren't clear, but one thing is certain: the future of South Africa hangs in the balance. Thank you for tuning in to Inkari. It's time. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into South Africa's political landscape. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think the ANC should do next? Until next time, stay informed and engaged. Take care. Remember, your voice matters. Stay tuned to Inkari. It's time for all the latest updates and analysis.